There's no rush in the way I move today. No heavy thoughts getting in my way. Just a quiet rhythm in my chest, telling me I don't have to be the best. The sunlight falls across the floor, same as it did 100 times before. But something in the way I see feels a little different to me. I'm not chasing every little thing, I'm not trying to force a win. I just let the moment play and slowly drift into my day. So I go with it, let it take me where it goes. I don't need to overthink every step I chose. I just flow with it, like a river running free. There's no pressure on my mind, just a quiet energy. And it feels alright to just take my time. I don't need a reason why, I just let it ride through the day like this. Typing words that don't need to be perfect, letting go of every single verdict.
It doesn't have to mean something big, it's enough just doing what I did.
There's a comfort in the in-between, not too loud and not unseen, just existing in a space
where I don't have to win the race.
Every second softly passing by like a cloud across an open sky. No resistance, no control, just a steady kind of flow. So I go with it, let it take me where it goes. I don't need to overthink every step I chose. I just flow with it, like a river running free. There's no pressure on my mind, just a quiet energy. And it feels so light, like I'm breathing right. Nothing pulling me too far from where I am inside. I just stay like this. Maybe later I'll get caught again in the noise and in the what if then. But right now I'm not concerned, there's nothing here I need to earn.
This moment doesn't ask for more, it's not keeping any score. It just lets me come and go in a way that feels so slow.
And I like it like this,
no extremes, no abyss,
just a middle ground that fits
somewhere I don't wanna miss.
So I go with it,
let it carry me along.
I don't need to prove I'm right, I don't need to write a song. I just flow with it, in the space I'll come to know, where the quiet holds me close and I don't have to show anything at all. I don't have to fall into something I don't need, just to feel like I belong.
I just move like this.
And if the day begins to fade and the light starts slipping away,
I'll still keep this gentle pace, like a calm I can't replace.
not too fast and not too slow, just enough to let it flow in a way that feels like me,
in a way that sets me free.
So I go with it, even when the daylight ends. I will keep this energy like a quiet kind of friend. I just flow with it, through whatever comes my way. I don't need to run ahead, I can stay inside today. And it feels alright to just take my time. I don't need a reason why, I just let it dance through the day like this. Through the day like this. Everything is quiet now, in a way I don't question how. It just settled all at once, like it knew I needed this. There's no rush inside my chest, every thought has come to Not because they disappeared, but because they're finally clear.
I don't feel the need to speak or to search for what I see. There's a stillness I can trust in this moment, in this hush. I don't need anything more than the way I feel right now. There's a softness in the dark that I'm finally allowing.
So I lay in it,
Let it carry all of me like a quiet endless sea.
without waves,
I just lay in it,
in the calm that doesn't break.
in a space I don't need to take or replace. And it feels like peace, not something I define, just a state I can reside without fear. I just stay like this.
There's no past I need to hold, no future I need to control. Everything is where it is, and I'm okay with it.
There's no version I must be other than the one in me. In this breath, in this time where I'm no longer confined.
And I don't need to understand every line or every plan. There's a comfort in the way I can let it drift away, like a thought I didn't need, like a moment set free without losing what it gave, just allowing it to fade.
So I lay in it, let it hold me as I am. Not a goal, not a plan, just a state. I just lay in it and I finally understand. I don't need to understand to be okay.
And it feels like
Peace.
there's a quiet in my core that I never felt before. Not too distant, not too near, just a presence always here.
And I don't need to hold it tight, I don't need to keep the light. It's enough to know it's there, somewhere in the air. Like a breath I didn't take, like a path I didn't make, but it's always been a part of this slowly opening heart. And I'm not afraid to stay in this calm, in this way, where I don't have to resist, where I don't have to insist on becoming something more than the version I am for this moment right now, here where everything feels clear.
So I lay in it,
Even when the night is long, even when I feel it strong, I will stay.
I just lay in it.
In the stillness I have found, in the silence, in the sound.
I won't fade, and it feels like this. Nothing pulling me away,
Nothing asking me to stay.
it just is, and I am too.
In a way that feels so true, and I don't need anything.
Not a word, not a meaning, just this quiet endless space where I finally found my place.
So I lay in it, let it be what it will be. There's nothing left in me to resist. I just lay in it and I finally feel complete. In this calm, in this peace I exist. And it feels like this.
clock is there, but I don't look at it. Somewhere between awake and dreaming, somewhere my thoughts stop screaming. The ceiling feels like open sky, and I just watch the shadows passing by. No need to move, no need to speak. This quiet feels complete.
All the noise is far away, like it never knew my name. All the weight I used to hold doesn't feel the same. So I let it go, slowly let it go. Every little thing I used to know doesn't matter anymore. I just drift in the dark, in the blue, in a space where I don't have to choose. I just drift out of time, out of you, into something soft and true. I just drift tonight. Are you there? There's a softness in the air I breathe, like the world forgot to pressure me. No expectations pulling tight, just this endless night. And maybe I was tired all along of trying hard to just belong, when all I needed was this place, a quiet kind of space where I don't have to explain every feeling, every pain. I can just exist like this in the moment I won't miss. So I let it go, slowly let it go. Every heavy thought I used to hold finally dissolves. I just drift in the dark, in the blue, in a space where I don't have to choose. I just drift out of time, out of you, into something soft and true. I just drift tonight.
If I fall asleep right here, I won't fight it, I won't fear.
There's a comfort in the way everything just fades away.
All the questions I had before don't feel urgent anymore. They can wait outside the door, I don't need them like before.
And all the versions of myself I try to be for someone else can rest now in the quiet deep, while I finally fall asleep. I just drift through the silence I found, where my heart doesn't make a sound. I just drift, let the stillness surround, like I'm floating off the ground. I just drift tonight, and if the morning pulls me back to the noise I always had, I'll remember there's a place I can go to feel okay. Not a place you have to see, just a state of being free, where the world is finally still, and it bends to how I feel. So I drift,
Even after I wait, even with the noise and the way,
will drift
in the choices I make, in the breaths that I take, I will drift again. I don't feel the same as yesterday, but not in some dramatic way. Just a little shift inside, like the tide is slowly turned. Nothing loud, nothing new, just a different point of view, where I don't feel stuck in place or afraid to change my pace. I'm not trying to be ahead, I'm not racing what's been said. I just move a little more than I ever did before. Step by step, breath by breath, there's a calm in what is left of the pressure I once knew that I no longer hold on to. So I move with it, not too fast, not too slow, letting everything I know guide me through. I just move with it in a way that feels like mine, not defined by any line I once drew. And it feels so right to not have to fight every thought inside my head, just to move ahead. I just go like this.
There's a rhythm in the way I walk, not something I was ever taught, but it comes from somewhere deep, where I no longer overthink, and I'm not afraid to try, even if I don't know why, or where it's gonna lead me to. I'm just doing what I do.
All the doubts I used to hear don't feel quite as loud or near. They still whisper now and then, but they don't pull me in. There's a distance I can keep between the noise and what I feel, and it lets me stay aligned with a clearer kind of mind. So I move with it, let it carry me along. I don't need to be too strong, I can bend. I just move with it, like a current I can trust, like a calm I won't adjust or pretend. And it feels so free, to just let it be. I don't need to prove a thing to feel like I'm me. I just go like this. Maybe I'll slow down again, maybe I'll get lost again, but I'm not afraid of that, like I used to be back then. There's a softness in my stride, not a need to run or hide, just a sense that I can stay in whatever comes my way. And I don't need to control every corner of my soul, I can let it breathe and grow at a pace I'll never know fully, clearly, all at once. But I don't need a rush, there's a beauty in the slow that I finally trust. So I move with it, even when the road is long, even when I feel it wrong, I won't stop. I just move with it in the quiet of my mind, where I'm finally aligned with my thoughts. And it feels so right to not need the light to guide every step I take. I can trust the night, I just go like this. There's a peace I didn't chase, but it found me in this place, where I don't have to resist, where I don't have to insist on becoming something more than the version I am for this moment right now, here, where everything feels clear. So I move with it, let it shape the way I grow, not too fast, not too slow, just enough. I just move with it, and I finally understand I don't need a perfect plan to be enough. And it feels like this. It's getting quiet in my room tonight, the kind of silence I don't have to fight. No voices pulling me apart again. No expectations closing in. I let the window open just a bit. The air feels cold but I needed it to breathe in something I can finally trust, something that doesn't rush. And maybe I don't have to fix it all. Maybe I don't have to stand so tall. Maybe it's okay to fall apart and hold the pieces in the dark. So I stay here
with nothing on my mind. Let the world just pass me by. I don't need to chase the light. I stay here where everything is slow. Let the quiet take control. I don't need to know
what comes after this, what tomorrow brings. I just wanna feel
something soft within. I stay here tonight. The weight I carry starts to fade away, like distant echoes slowly losing shape. All of the noise that I tried to outrun finally comes undone. I used to think I had to keep the pace, to never stop, to never lose my place. But now I see in this fragile calm, there's nothing really wrong.
if I just breathe and let it go. If I stop trying to control every thought that pulls me deep into places I can't keep.
So I stay here with nothing on my mind. Let the world just pass me by. I don't need to chase the light. I stay here where everything is slow. Let the quiet take control. I don't need to know what comes after this, what tomorrow brings. I just wanna feel something soft within.
I stay here tonight, and all the broken parts of me don't need a reason to be seen. They can rest without a name, without a loss, or without blame.
And all the tears I held inside don't have to hide tonight. They fall like rain and disappear, and leave me lighter here. So I stay here with nothing left to prove. No more running from the truth. I don't have to move. I stay here.
Let the silence speak to me. In this quiet I can breathe. I can finally be
Just a moment of peace, just a gentle release. I don't need anything, I just need to be right here tonight. Right here tonight.
So if the morning comes too soon and pulls me from this quiet room, I'll remember how it felt to finally just be myself.
No rush, no fear, no heavy weight. No need to overcomplicate. Just a heart that's beating slow in a world that lets me go. So I stay here, even when it fades, even when the light invades. I will keep this place. I stay here somewhere deep inside, where I don't have to hide.
high where I feel alive. Even after this, even when it ends, I will carry it like a quiet friend. I stayed here tonight. It's quieter now than it's ever been. Not empty, just settling in. Like the storm has passed me by and left a softer kind of sky. I don't feel the need to run from the things I've overcome, or the things that still remain, like a soft and distant rain.
There's a calm I didn't chase. It just found me in this place where I finally let things be without pulling back on me.
And I don't need to fix it all. I don't need to stand so tall. I can lean into the night and it holds me just right. So I rest in it, let it carry all my weight. I don't need to hesitate, I can finally stay. I just rest in it, in the warmth I couldn't see. Now it's right in front of me, and it doesn't fade.
It just stays like this.
It just stays like this.
There's a softness in my chest, like I finally found a rest. Not the kind that disappears, but the one that stays through years.
All the voices in my head that kept pulling me instead of just letting me exist, now they slowly coexist. And I'm not afraid of me or the things I couldn't be. I don't need to change the past to feel whole at last. There's a space for every part of this complicated heart, and it doesn't need to hide anywhere inside. So I rest in it, let it wrap around my soul. Every broken piece feels whole in this quiet glow. I just rest in it, like a place I've always known. Even when I'm all alone, I'm not alone. And I finally feel it. There's no rush to understand every line, every plan. I can leave it incomplete and still feel at peace. There's no need to prove I'm strong or to say what's right or wrong. I can just be here tonight, and that's already right. And if tomorrow comes again with its noise and all its weight, I'll remember I can come back to this quiet state where I don't have to pretend, where I don't have to defend any part of who I am or where I stand. So I rest in it, even when the light returns, even when the pressure burns. I will keep this place. I just rest in it, like a memory I trust, like a calm that never rusts. I won't let it erase what I found in this. The night feels different now, not something to escape somehow, but something I can lean into and let it guide me through. Every breath is soft and slow, every feeling I let go comes back lighter than before, like it's knocking on a door that I finally let open wide. No more need to run and hide, no more needing to resist. I can live like this. So I rest in it, let it carry me away. Not too far, just enough to stay where I feel alright. I just rest in it, in the middle of the dark. There's a quiet little spark that becomes my light, and I stay with it. Morning comes without a warning, but it feels a little kind. Light is slipping through the curtains, like it's easing up my mind. I don't feel the same pressure that I carried yesterday. It's still there, but it's quieter, like it drifted far away. And I'm not rushing out of bed, no heavy thoughts inside my head, just breathing in a slower way, like I've got time to stay. Maybe nothing really changed, but something in me rearranged, a softer way to face the day without the need to run away. So I move slow, let the morning take its time. I don't need a perfect line, I just follow what feels right. I move easy through the quiet in my chest, not trying to be my best, just a little more alive. In a moment like this, where the air feels light and the world isn't loud, and I don't have to fight, I just live in it. Coffee's getting cold beside me, but I don't mind at all. There's a stillness in this silence, like I'm not about to fall. All the things I used to worry don't feel urgent in this light. They can wait a little longer, they don't need me right now. And I don't have to figure out what this life is all about. I can take it step by step without the weight I kept. Every breath is soft and clear, every moment staying here. There's no need to disappear, I can stay without the fear. So I move slow, let the morning take its shape. I don't need to escape from the way I feel inside. I move gently through the space I used to fear. Now it feels a little near, like a place I can reside. In a moment like this, where the light feels warm and the edges are soft, and I'm finally calm, I just stay in it, and maybe later I'll get lost in all the noise and all the cost of living in a world that moves too fast. But right now I'm not there yet, and maybe I don't need to get something that won't last. This quiet is enough for me, this simple kind of clarity where I don't need to pretend or force myself to mend. So I move slow, even if the day begins, even if the noise comes in, I will carry this with me. I move easy through whatever comes my way. I don't need to have it made, I just need to be in a moment like this, where I finally see it's okay to just live without trying to be anything more than me. Morning fades into the daytime, but I still feel the same. There's a softness that I'm holding, like a quiet little flame. And I know it might get harder, and I might forget again, but I found a place inside me I can always come back in. So I move slow, even when I lose the light. I'll remember I was alright in a moment like this. I move easy and I won't forget the way I can start another day without the heaviness. I just stay this. Street lights flicker in a quiet line, reflections dancing on the passing signs. Everything feels distant, kinda slow, like I'm somewhere I don't fully know. Footsteps echo in a steady pace, no destination, just a drifting state. The city moves but I don't feel the rush. There's something calm inside the hush. No need to say what's on my mind, no need to chase or redefine. Every thought just slips away, like it was never meant to stay. So I move through it, like I'm part of the night. Not too wrong, not too right, just existing in between. I move through it, where the lights blur my sight, and the dark feels light in a way I've never seen. And I don't need more than this, just the air, just the sound, just the way I feel right now. As the world spins around, I just stay in it. There's a rhythm in the way I breathe, matching every side of Pleasant Street. I'm not lost, but I'm not really found, just floating somewhere in this town. Wind of glowing from a high place, strangers living in a different space. I wonder if they feel the same, or if they're playing a different game. But I don't reach for anything, I don't need to hold or cling. There's a distance I prefer, where everything feels soft and blurred. So I move through it, like I'm part of the scene. Not too loud, not too seen, just a shadow passing by. Where the silence is clean, and the air in between feels like I don't have to try. And I don't need more than this, no direction, no sound, just the way I feel right now. As the
doesn't feel the same out here. Minutes fade and disappear. There's no pressure in the dark, just a quiet kind of spark. And I'm not trying to understand every step or every plan. There's a freedom in this space where I don't have to chase every answer I once sought. Every lesson I was taught feels irrelevant tonight in this low and neon light. So I move through it like I'm part of the flow, letting everything go without holding it back. I move through it where the city moves slow, and I don't have to know how to stay on track. And I don't need more than this, just the air, just the sun, just the way I feel right now as the world spins around. I just stay in it, and maybe when the night is gone and the early light comes on, I would turn to who I've been, to the place I've always been. But right now I'm someone else, not defined by anything else, just a presence in the dark, just a quiet moving spark. So I move through it even after it ends. I will carry this sense of a calm I can't explain. I move through it, through the noise and the trends. I remember again how it felt in this lane. And I don't need more than this, just a moment I found where I didn't feel the weight of the world coming down. I just stayed in it. I just stayed in it. The room feels different now somehow, not heavier, just more aware of all the space between the sounds and everything that isn't there. The warmth that stayed a moment ago still lingers, but it's growing thin, like something slowly letting go without a need to hold again. And I don't try to stop the change or rearrange what fades away. There's something peaceful in the way it doesn't ask me to stay and what it was. So I let it fade like a light, it glows in time. I don't try to make it mine, I just watch it go. I just let it fade through the quiet in my chest, leaving traces of a rest I'll never fully know. And it's okay like this, not everything should last, not everything we feel is meant to hold us fast. I just stay with it. There's a silence I can finally hear, not empty, just quietly clear, like a space I used to fear, now it feels sincere. I don't reach for what I lost or count the value or the cost. There's a softness in the truth that I didn't have before. Every moment that we keep eventually will fall asleep, not in sadness, not in pain, just a gentle kind a beauty in the flow of letting go. So I let it fade like a song I barely know, that I hear and let it go without holding on. I just let it fade in the corners of my mind, leaving something undefined but still soft and warm. And it's enough like this. Not everything needs a name. Not everything we feel has to remain. I just stay with it. There's a quiet kind of ache, but it doesn't make me break. It just sits there in my chest like a feeling I accept. Not a loss and not a gain, just a subtle kind of change in the way I hold the night, in the way I feel the light. And I think I'm finally okay with things drifting far away without needing them to stay or come back again. There's a freedom in release, in this fragile kind of peace, where I don't have to chase what I can't replace. So I let it fade, even if it feels unclear, even if it disappears, I won't pull it back. I just let it fade, like a breath I didn't need, like a moment set free from what I lack. And it's alright like this. I don't need to hold the past. I don't need to make it last to know it was real. I just stay with it. The night feels softer than before, like it's opened up a door, not to something I must find, but to something in my mind, where everything can come and go without losing what I know, that I'm still here, still the same, even as things change. So I let it fade into everything I am. Not a loss and not a plan, just a part of me. I just let it fade, and I finally understand. I don't have to hold my hand through eternity, and I'm okay like this.
The room is darker than before, but I don't reach to find the light. There's something in the quiet now that feels more honest than the night. No distractions left to hide, no noise to blur what's inside. Just me and everything I've been, with nowhere else to pretend. I hear my thoughts a little clearer, every word is getting nearer to the truth I try to bend, to avoid it in the end. And it's strange how it doesn't hurt the same when I stop playing the game.
myself. I don't run from the things I've become or the things I haven't done for myself. I just sit with it, let it settle in my chest, not trying to raise it or define it. I just sit with it in the silence. I accept every part I once neglected, and I don't fight it. For once I let it be. There's a version of me I left behind, somewhere in a different time, trying hard to fit a shape that was never really mine. And I don't blame who I was for the things that I become. We were both just doing what we could with what we didn't know. Every choice and every turn, every bridge I had to burn led me to this quiet place where I finally face everything I tried to hide, every reason I denied. It's all here but it feels light in this open night. So I sit with it, let it move inside of me like a quiet kind of sea without a shore. I just sit with it, and I don't need to be free from the things that make me me anymore. I can breathe with it. There's no need to understand every piece of every plan. I don't need to solve the past or make the moment last. I can let it come and go like a tide. I'll never know fully where it starts or ends, but it always bends back into a softer place where I don't have to erase any part of who I am or who I never can. And I'm fine staying here a little while in a quiet kind of style that feels real. And I'm not trying hard to make it right. I just sit here in the night, and I feel everything I used to fight, everything I held too tight finally loosens in my hands without demand. So I sit with it, even when it feels unclear, even when the edge is near. I don't run away. I just sit with it, and I let it all be here. Every doubt and every fear can quietly stay, and it won't break me. The dark is not as cold tonight. There's a softness in its sight, like it's holding everything without asking anything. And I realize in this space I don't need to change my pace. I don't need to be complete to finally feel at peace. So I sit with it, even when the night is long, even when I feel it's strong. I will stay. I just sit with it, knowing I've been here before, but I understand it more than yesterday, and that's enough for me.
still feels close. The daylight slowly letting go of everything it used to be, and I'm just standing in between what was and what will be. There's a stillness in the air, like a moment we could share. Even if there's no one here, it doesn't disappear, and I don't need to say a word. I don't need to be heard. There's a feeling in the glow that I already know. So I stay here, watching colors fade away. Let the evening gently stay. I don't need to move. I don't need to move. I stay here in the quiet of this light, where it melts into the night with nothing left to prove. Just a moment like this, where it all feels real, where I don't have to hide anything I feel. I just stay in it. There's a softness in the way it ends, like it doesn't really break, just slowly slips into the dark without a sound or trace. And maybe that's what I've been missing, not the start but how it goes, the gentle way things fall apart without becoming cold. Every shadow stretching long, like it's pulling me along into something I don't fear, into something clear. And I'm not holding on too tight, I'm not trying to fight the night. There's a beauty in the fall, in the way it holds it all. So I stay here as the light begins to fall. Let the silence take it all. I don't need to choose, but I don't need to choose. I stay here where the day and night align. In this fragile space of time, there's nothing I can lose. Just a moment like this, where it all feels right, where I don't need to know what comes after tonight. I just stay in it. And if I had someone beside me now, I don't think I'd say much out loud. Just knowing they were there would be more than enough somehow. But even on my own tonight, this doesn't feel like being alone. There's a presence in the air, like I finally come home. Not a place, not a face, just a quiet kind of space, where I don't have to pretend, where I don't have to bend. So I stay here. Let the colors disappear, let the night come slowly near. I won't turn away, I won't turn away. I stay here in the echo of the day, in the things I couldn't say but don't need to say. Just a moment like this, where I finally see there's a peace in letting go of what I couldn't be. I just stay in it. I just stay in it. The last light slips below the line, and the stars begin to shine. Not too bright, not too far, doesn't stay, but it lingers in the air, like someone's always there. Not a voice, not a touch, but somehow it feels enough, like a warmth I didn't know that I needed long ago. And I don't try to define what it is or why it's mine. I just let it softly be something close to me, like a light I cannot see, but it shines inside of me in a way that feels so real, even if I can't reveal what it is. So I stay with it, let it move inside my chest, like a place where I can rest without fear. I just stay with it in the quiet of the night, where everything feels right when it's near. And I don't need more than this, just the way it feels, just the calm it gives, without asking anything. I just stay in it. If you were standing here with me, I don't think I'd speak too much. There's a silence I prefer over words I cannot trust. Just a glance, just a breath, in the space that we have left would be more than anything we could try to bring. And even if it's only me sitting here in this empty scene, there's a presence in the air that makes it feel like care, like I'm not alone at all. Even when the night feels small, there's a quiet kind of love that I'm thinking of. So I stay with it, let it wrap around my mind, like a softness I can't find anywhere. I just stay with it in the way it comes and goes, like a feeling no one knows, but it's there. And I don't need more than this, just a silent kind of bliss that I don't have to chase or replace. I just stay in it. There's no story I can tell, no beginning, no farewell, just a moment stretched in time that somehow feels like mine. And I'm not afraid to lose what I never got to choose. If it fades, I'll let it go, but I'll always know there's a place inside of me where this feeling gets to be not defined, not confined, just a state of mind. And it's soft and it's true, and it doesn't ask me to be someone I'm not tonight. It just feels right. So I stay with it, even if it disappears, even if it leaves me here on my own. I just stay with it, like a memory I trust, like a quiet kind of love known that I've known. And I don't need more than this, just a trace of what it is in the space I call my own, where I've grown. I just stay in it. Night goes on, the hours pass, but I don't feel them moving fast. There's a stillness in my chest that I never need to test. And I know when morning comes and the world becomes what it does, I might lose this gentle glow, but at least I'll know there's a way to feel like this in the middle of the mist, in the silence, in the dark. There's a quiet spark. So I stay with it, even when the light appears, even when it interferes with the night. I just stay with it in the echo of the calm, like a never-ending song, soft and light. And I don't need more than this, just the way it gently lives in the space inside my chest. Where I rest, I just stay in it. I just stay in it. There's a feeling in the air today, like everything just slipped away. Not in a way that leaves a hole, but like I finally let it go. The weight I used to carry tight is nowhere in my chest tonight. Or maybe it's still somewhere there, but I just don't really care.
In the way I used to care before, when everything felt like a chore. Now it's lighter when I breathe, like I don't have to believe in anything too big or loud. I'm just here without a crowd, without a need to understand every step or every plan.
So I let it go, let it fall behind my back. I don't need to keep track of where I've been.
I just let it go, like a wave into the blue. There's nothing left to prove, I just begin again like this, with a softer kind of mind, leaving all the weight behind where it belongs. I just stay like this.
The sky feels wider than before, like I can finally explore. Not a place, not something new, but just the space inside my view. Every step is easy now, I don't question when or how. I just move the way I feel, and it finally feels real.
There's no pressure in my chest to be more or to be less. I just am what I can be, and that's enough for me. And it's strange how simple things can feel like everything when you're not holding on to what you think is gone.
So I let it go, let it drift into the air. I don't need it there to feel complete. I just let it go, like a song I used to know. Now it softly fades below my steady feet.
And I'm alright like this, with nothing left to chase, just a calm I can embrace without a fight. I just stay like this.
Maybe tomorrow it'll change, maybe I'll feel something strange, but I don't need to look ahead or replay what's been said. This moment is enough for me, in its quiet clarity, where I don't have to pretend or push if I fall back into doubt, I know I can find a route back to this open state where I don't hesitate to just exist and just be here, without the noise, without the fear, without the need to hold it tight or turn everything to right. So I let it go, even if it comes again, even if it tries to bend my state of mind. I just let it go, like a breath into the sky. I don't need to ask why or draw a line. And it feels free to just let it be, without holding on to what I used to be. I just stay like this. The wind moves gently through my skin, like it's inviting something in. Not a thought, not a sound, just a piece I finally found. And I don't need to name it now or understand it somehow. It's enough to feel it here in this moment, crystal clear. So I let it go, and I let myself move on. Not away, but just along with what I feel. I just let it go, and I finally understand. I don't need to have a plan to make it real. And it feels like this. There's a light I didn't notice, falling softly through the gray. Not as dark as it was before. Something slowly starts to change. I don't know when it happened, or if it ever really did, but the heaviness is lighter now than it's ever been. I'm still tired, still a little lost, still carrying what it costs, but it doesn't feel the same as it did yesterday. Maybe I don't need to understand every piece of where I stand. Maybe I can let it be and just exist as me. So I breathe in something new, something calm, like a quiet after the storm. I don't need to be strong, I just breathe out all the weight that remains. Let it fall like gentle rain. I don't need the pain to define who I am, to decide where I land. I can just take it slow, I can just let it go for a moment. In the silence, not as empty as before. It feels like something's waiting just beyond an open door. And I'm not rushing toward it, I'm not forcing anything, but I feel a kind of warmth that I've been missing. All the nights I couldn't sleep, all the promises I couldn't keep, they don't feel like chains tonight, they just fade into the light. And every doubt that held me down doesn't scream as loud right now. It's like distance grew between who I was and what I've seen. So I breathe in something new, something real, like a quiet way to heal. I can finally feel, I just breathe out all the fear I held tight, let it disappear from sight. In the morning light, I don't need to control every part of my my soul, I can just take it slow. I can just let it go for a moment like this. And maybe I'll fall again, maybe I won't understand, but right now I'm okay in a simple kind of way. Not perfect, not complete, just standing on my feet in a world that finally feels a little less unreal. So I stay here in between night and day, where the shadows drift away and the light can stay. I stay here in this quiet release, in this fragile kind of peace, where I can just be. No more running away, no more needing to say everything on my mind. I can leave it behind for a moment like this. There's a light I didn't notice, now it's clearer than before, and I don't need to chase it, I'm not searching in me. I'll just let it come to me, like a wave across the sea, soft and slow and endlessly, setting something free. So I breathe in and I finally know I don't have to always grow, I can just be slow. I just breathe out and I let myself rest in the space inside my chest, where I feel my best. Not ahead, not behind, just here in this time. I can just take it slow, I can just let it go for a moment like this. There's a light that slowly finds its way through the quiet of what used to stay. Not too bright, not overwhelming, just enough to feel like something. I don't rush to meet it halfway, I don't need to force the change. It arrives without a warning, like a calm I can't explain it. I'm still carrying pieces of the night I left behind, but they don't feel as heavy now as they did inside my mind. Something shifted, something small, not a rise and not a fall, just a gentle kind of turn, like a lesson I didn't learn, but somehow no. So I lean into it, let it come as it may. I don't need to find a way, I can just receive. I just lean into it in the softest kind of way, like a slowly breaking day. I can finally breathe, and it feels alright. Not perfect, not complete, but enough for me to stand on my own 2 feet. I just stay with
the same as then. There's a warmth inside that's still like a slowly rising will, not to run, not to prove, just to gently start to move in a way that feels like mine without crossing every line. And I don't need to understand where this leads or where I land. There's a peace in letting go of needing to know. Every step before I take, every choice I try to make, I can trust a little more than I ever did before. So I lean into it, even when it feels unknown, even when I'm on my own. I don't feel alone. I just lean into it, like a wave that softly grows in a rhythm I don't choose, but I follow close. And it feels so light, like I'm breathing right, like I don't have to fight just to feel alive. I just stay like this. Maybe I'll get lost again, maybe I'll forget again what it felt like in this space where I finally slowed my pace. But I know it's somewhere here, not too far, not unclear, just beneath the surface line of this heart of mine. And I don't have to hold it tight, I don't have to keep the light. It can come and it can go, and I'll still know there's a place I can return without needing it to burn bright enough to guide me through everything I do. So I lean into it, even when the noise returns, even when the pressure burns. I will stay aware, I just lean into it, like a calm I always knew. Even when I lose the view, it is always there. And it feels alright to not have it all, to just stand up slowly after every fall. I just stay with it. The light is growing slightly more than ever did before, but I don't run toward the glow. I just let it show in the way I breathe and move, in the things I don't have to prove, in the quiet I can keep, even when it's deep. So I lean into it, let it shape the way I go. Not too fast, not too slow, just a steady line. I just lean into it, and I finally let it be something living inside me, not something I define. And it feels like this.
There's a quiet in the afternoon, feels a little different than before. Not as heavy as the night, but not as weightless as the morning was. The sunlight's turning soft and low, painting everything in gold. And I can't help but think of things I never really told, moments I just let go by, words I kept somewhere inside. Not regrets, just passing thoughts like echoes in my mind. And it's strange how they come and go, like I never really know what they mean. But I stay have to chase anything. I just feel it, let it move through me like a quiet memory. I don't need it whole. I just feel it in the fading light, where it's neither wrong nor right, just a story softly told, and I'm okay with that. There's a face I almost recognize in the corner of a thought I lost. Not someone I can name, but I remember what it cost to care a little too much then, to hold on when it had to end. But now it doesn't feel the same. It's softer in the end, like a photograph that fades, still beautiful in its own way. Not something I need back, just something I can't erase. And it's fine if it lingers here, like a voice I barely hear in the wind. I don't need to go back again. I can let it be a friend from within. I just feel it, let it move through me like a quiet memory. I don't need a hold. I just feel it in the fading light, where it's neither wrong nor right, just a story softly told, and I'm okay with that. And maybe I was someone else in a time I can't quite tell. Not better, not worse, just a version of myself. And maybe that's enough to know that I can change and still be whole. I don't have to understand everywhere I've had to go. The sky is turning something new, a color I can't quite describe, and I feel it in my chest like something still alive. Not loud, not bright, just a subtle kind of light that stays with me as the day says goodbye. So I let it come and let it leave, like a breath I didn't need to control at all. I just let it be a part of me, in a quiet harmony as the shadows fall. And I'm okay with that. The afternoon is slipping slow into something deeper now, but I'm not afraid of it, not the same way, not somehow. There's a calm I didn't know that I could carry as I go from the light into the dark, with a steady kind of heart. So I feel it, every passing shade, every memory that stayed without holding tight. I just feel it and I let it be, something flowing through me into the night, and I'm okay with that.